Welcome to this beautiful platform. We are talking to young women who are determined to change their communities. These wonderful young women have started their own initiatives with nothing but aiming to change their communities. Through determination and proper mentorship, we believe that they are going far.
Every woman deserves to be in a peaceful and a secure space.
Women are socialized to have different roles.
Any action that you do, you must be ready to pay the price.
They have commercialized our bodies in every aspect of life.
You're beautiful before even a man tells you that.
Hello, welcome back to the Passing the Baton Podcast, where we are going to be talking about the power of networks. How do I network? How do I do it? And what's too much? Yes, so I'm just going to let my panelists introduce themselves because I for sure know I will not do justice. So who is the young lady in the room? I think Juliet is not the youngest. I mean, Janet is not the youngest, but she'll go ahead and just start us over kindly.
Wow. Thank you so much for having me in this panel. My name's Janet Shitandi Omumia, a lady from Western, a mother of 4, a proud mother of 4 and 3 grandchildren.
Yes, you're next.
Hello, I go by the name Lydia Atieng, a young woman really venturing into the space. I hope to learn from all of us. Yeah, hope to learn.
Hi everyone, my name is Sn01 Ep10. I'm very proud and happy to be here, a peace builder, and I'll tell you that networking has taken me around the globe. I'm looking at a continent that I've not visited, and I am missing it. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Wendy Aura. I'm so excited to be part of this discussion. I am a young woman leader working closely with young people, governance ethicist, a peace builder, mediator, and also a champion, a great advocate for gender equality. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, my panelists. And maybe this is to the floor. Maybe one of us can just tell us what is networking. We don't want to assume that our viewers understand what networking is in this particular discussion. You go? Okay.
You're looking at me. Okay, so networking, if we just use the layman's language, it is meeting someone and then being able to build a relationship out of that meetup. And then we are talking about meaningful relationship out of that meeting new person. What value do I have? What value do you have? And then how can we use this value for mutual benefit? So networking is basically I meet you, you meet me, and then let's continue the discussion beyond today.
Great.
Yeah.
Back to you, Janet. What is one networking you did that changed, that turned around your career?
Well, career-wise, I'm a housekeeper by profession, and I've worked as a field manager by another organization. But when I lost my job, I got into business. So I was connected by a friend through networking. There's a friend of mine, I was sharing with her my predicament, the way I lost my job and I need to do something. So she was like, by the way, we have a workshop at Sankara. Can I register you? I was like, are we paying? She was like, yeah, we are paying 5,000, but I'll pay for you so that you come, you network, and then you see what you can do from there. Because you are planning to venture into business, I think that networking will help you at least more. So I was so glad, talking to people like networking. I went to that seminar at Sankara. We networked. I got to meet some very prominent people, like the lady who was hosting the network was Ray. So I got to meet Ray, and then, I got to learn so much about business. So through networking, that's how it opened up my eyes through networking through people, through social media. And again, the reason as to why I'm here today is through networking.
Awesome.
And I was connected by Jane through social media, which is networking.
Wow.
So Jane is my friend through social media, and that's why I'm here today. Yeah.
Great. I love that you've brought the aspect of even on social media, it's networking. Yes, Lydia.
Okay. So, a networking experience that in
Yes.
my life. I'd say most of the networking experiences have changed my life. I think as a young person, I've been battling a little bit with how do I network, how do I reach that person. But I also have a lot of experiences whereby the people I have networked with, it is through networking that you get to meet the opportunities out there. It is through networking that you would know what is happening where, even here in Kenya, whom do you know in what offices, and what kind of relationships do you have with them. It's through that people would always recommend you and people would always engage you. So I think it's with the networking, it's a journey that I've been going through and getting the fruits of networking each and every day. I would say the same way. I'm here because I networked, because someone saw something in me and I networked with them. Yeah.
Awesome. Moving on to you, Ma'am Susan. Definitely one networking conversation you had that changed your life, and also is networking essential? Because someone might say, but me an introvert, why should I network? You see? Also too.
One of the many experiences and the many travels that I have actually taken are through networking. From one person to another. Like, for example, within the peace building field, I've been networking with the State Department of Gender as a localization agent of peace building work. And at one point, African Union had a meeting in Nairobi for NGO working groups on issues of women, peace and security. And they told me, you can walk into the meeting, but remember, we are not giving any money. Just go in, be the representative of Kenya, and let's go ahead. So I got into this meeting. And on getting into this meeting, it has actually opened so many doors. The NGO working group, I actually pushed myself forward to present a paper on where we are at in terms of localization. We had almost 38 member states represented in that meeting, which led me to join what we call GIFA. GIFA is a Pan-African Women for Anglophone and Francophone Women, and we move around. So very recently, I was able to sit in the DRC, the debate on the DRC mediation process, and push the agenda of having a woman to sit at the mediator, because the appointing office, which is the East African Community and SADC, did not opt to put a woman as a chief mediator. So one of the things that we are currently pushing is that because the mediators are heads of states, we have a female head of state within the East African Community who's Tanzanian president, and very recently we have the Namibian president coming from SADC. So the agenda that we are now pushing with COCAFEM, with the Pan-African Women, with the NGO working group on women, peace and security, is to try and see if we can get a woman mediator sit at the mediation process of the DRC process that is happening now. This has also opened for me doors in sitting under the what we call silencing the guns, the agenda on silencing the guns, and how do we engender the process of silencing the gun, because every other time we're talking about guns, we are not looking at the role of women as gun carriers. We are not looking at the role of women as people who are actually using the guns themselves. We have women who are warlords, but people don't get to know. Their names don't come out. But how do we look at it from a positive perspective on how they can help in silencing the gun? That has taken me to places. It has actually led me to be trained as an insider mediator under the Klinjadel Institute of Mediation in the Netherlands at The Hague. So it's a privilege. And when you go there, you meet people from different countries, different skills, you learn new things, you learn. In Netherlands, I met 20 different nationality. We are not speaking the same language, but now at least I can be able to say bellissimo in beautiful in Italian, in Spanish, muchas gracias. You learn so much in networking, and it also builds your career. So networking is very essential. Today, people don't just go to university to learn. People go to university to network. If you go to university to study the course that you're studying and you don't get to network with somebody else, you may not be able to move ahead, to move far. University or colleges are centers for networking. It's very essential today. Thank you.
I think one thing I hear a lot is that closed mouths can never be fed. Yeah, so I'll just pass it over to you.
Yeah, I was just pondering over the question, and I feel I can't mark out one specific networking because almost all opportunities I've gotten has been maybe has a networking aspect of it. Even myself, I think I met Jen through an event at East Africa Philanthropy Network. I didn't even know her. I didn't even know Polycom. But we spoke over tea, and I felt there's a vibe. And then we started introducing each other. In fact, that day, I went to Polycom office for the first time, and she showed me around, and I was like, and then the next is history, and today I'm here. Now that is an example of networking. So for me, networking is everything. I normally tell young people networking is your net worth. If you ask me right now my net worth, I think it is huge because of networking. And right now, the reality outside here, the reality, whether it is the NGO, government, or any sector, people is about who knows you. And it's not about who do you know. It's about who knows you. A lot of jobs are advertised, but people get them through networks. People get opportunities for consultancies through network. People do everything. So for me, I feel the world is rotating around networks. So if you are not building on your network, you're missing out. Yeah.
Awesome. Someone I really honor keeps on saying, kujichocha kwa imani. Kujichocha kwa imani. Because I believe sometimes one thing I've cited in this space is that sometimes we find the women who are like, I'm securing my seat. Yeah. So you feel provoked as a lady because maybe when you speak a lot, you're told tone down. So you feel like maybe you're provoked. So how do I network in such a position? Mm-hmm.
Networking, if you want to gain from it, you must have value. What is the value that you have? Because if, for example, in this room, everyone has something. And if all of us had the same talent, the two of us, me and Susan, what will make her or me stand out is the value that I'm bringing. So I may network. We have those people who will go to so many events, meet big people, so many people. Yeah. But they are still miserable because they're not able to communicate that value, or people are not able to see that value. You cannot just go around introducing yourself. Who are you? What can you do best? What is your niche? What is your talent? What makes you stand out? Mm-hmm. So that if as much as there's that loud person in the room, but someone will identify me, the silent one, because there's value that I have that the other person does not have.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Maybe Janet, back to you. Ebu paint for us a picture of what a networking looks like. Because I might assume networking is just me asking you, hey, earrings zako ni how much, you know? Like, how much is your dress? You see. Paint for us what networking looks like on a professional basis. Mm-hmm.
Okay, according to me, networking is we meet, you are in a different field, I'm in a different field, we exchange, and then we network. That's according to me. And as per me, you know, I was so introvert because when I got married, I was like, mimi ni bibi wa nyumba. I never used to network. I never used to socialite. Like when I was married, my hubby never wanted me to associate with people who are not married. So if you are not married and you are my friend, the moment you come visit me, you leave, he will like, what does she do? Is she married? If you are not married, you know, our friendship will
ties.
end there. So I never used to network. I was so much like in my house. But the moment I got the job, I started working with that NGO, I started networking. So I was like, because we used to travel, we could go to Western, Nyanza. So you meet different people, you talk, and then you are like, eh. So I was missing a lot. I was missing so much. So after that, during separation, the last 4 years, the people I've met in these 4 years, I'm telling you, it's through networking. Because sometimes you're idle, you call someone and like, where are you? What are you doing? We are having a meeting, we are going somewhere, do you want to come? So when you go, you meet people, you are like, do you mean I was missing this much? So I feel like through networking, for the last 4 years, I've met different people and I've learned a lot that I missed to learn for the last 16 years. So I understand, like, I feel like I wish I could have done this earlier before. Because, you know, being brought up in Kibra, and I was like all by myself, I feel like I missed so much.
Yes.
So for these 4 years, the people I've met, I feel like I'm learning. I'm in a process, and I don't regret. I know at my age, at 48, I can't even say that I lost. I can still pick up my pieces and learn so much.
Just a side note, 48.
Yes.
And you're looking this beautiful. Give us tips, please. Just going back
Loving
to that.
myself.
Going back to that, you've mentioned something about when you're not networking, you're literally missing out.
You are missing so much.
And you've mentioned you transited from employment, now you're into business.
Yes.
What is one networking? What is one network that made you thrive in business? Because tunaweza sema tu kwa NGO space, but business also, you need networking. Yes. So what is this that you learned, or rather, what is one networking move you took that really spike to,
Okay, one network that made me move is the one that I met a friend and connected me to the Sankara meeting that I went. So when I went, I didn't know that you can even, like, what do you call it? Not even doing a huge business that can make you thrive. Even something small. You can do something small and thrive. It doesn't mean that you have to sell cars, you have to be maybe in real estate for you to thrive. Even the smallest thing that you can just put your energy and your everything in that small thing can make you thrive. So when I went to Sankara, I met this lady who told me, I started importing earrings. I was like, earrings? I had only 5,000. And I started with that 5,000. And as we speak, she owns a very big shop at in town. She imports earrings, jewelries, but she started with 5,000. So she told me, I know you don't have money, but trust you me. Even if you have 2,000 shillings, you can import and start from that 2,000 and thrive.
Yeah.
So I started small, and then I ended up to Kikomba. I thrived, but you know, with business, it's, So I felt like, I was missing so much. So when I went to Kikomba, I went with only 10,000. All of a sudden, I did a business with this 10,000. I reached to a point that I was ordering bales worth 500,000. So there's a time, you know, when sometimes you are told when the deal is too sweet, the price. So someone even lured me to another better deal. I ended up losing my money. So I know through networking, it opened up my eyes. I ended up to Kikomba, a place where I used to say that, hey, Kikomba ina wenyewe. But you can even go to Kikomba and thrive. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. You can go there and thrive as long as you put all your mind and your effort in that business. So through networking, I ended up in a
Yeah.
good deal.
And I love that through networking you learned that it's not only white collar jobs. We call it also blue collar jobs,
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
And also something I'm getting is that people help people.
Yes.
People don't help trees. So networking is so essential.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to go back to Mom Susan. You are the wise woman in this setup. Tell us what does networking look like? I will definitely come to you. Tell me, how should I approach you? Should I come and tell you your dress looks nice, your smile is captivating, or should I go to the point and my face is straight, and what does it look like?
Yeah, and Marlene, before she even answers, also you could maybe even mention to us how to network with the other gender. Because at some point, as young women, we find it might be perceived differently, or rather, you might not know the kind of person you are approaching or what their intentions are. So maybe if you could just touch on that, yeah.
I think, first of all, when you're approaching somebody, you must be very purposeful. What is it that I want from this person? What is it that I have seen, that I have heard? And your approach should be, let's not lose our femininity. A lot of times people look at us. You have to be very purposeful. You have to have that feminine skills. You must have what we call diplomatic decorum on even how you introduce yourself. So that you're not going to introduce yourself and say, I'm single and searching. But you will introduce yourself like I say, my name is Susan. I'm in this space. I do 1, 2, 3. What about you? You begin a process. It's not a one-off, but it is a process that you can be able to engage. And it depends with where you have met. So that once you exchange notes, you can have discussions, open. Sometimes men like politics. Maybe you discuss politics, if that is what that person, not all of them. I listen to politics, I listen to football. I network with both women and men. And they must see what is it that you have. It is mutual. It is, what do you call it? A relationship you build is not a one-way, but it is a two-way. The person must see what is it that I can benefit from Susan. A lot of activities that I do right now, I'm in consultancy, in peace building consultancy. And a lot of activities that I do, I'm called. People call me. They say there is this workshop in Sudan, are you available? And I have to be outright. When you're calling a woman, give her notice. I tell them, give me notice. It's not like I am a cloth which is being unhung from the airline. It's about to rain, so you are unhanging it in a hurry. You want me to facilitate a workshop? Give me 3 days. Nijipange, nikuambia I'm available or not. But you must be very purposeful on how you're doing it, so that you're not perceived in the wrong way. When you look suspicious, then you will be suspicious. The facial expression that you give will actually tell a lot about you. Just the first meeting, for somebody who has studied sociology, somebody can judge you by the way you've approached them. Just observation on how you've carried yourself, you've said hello, this is what I do, especially in these two big meetings. Sometimes you engage and you start up a conversation. At Commonwealth, I was talking to ministers. They were called gender machineries. And you know the way you're holding a meeting, the gender ministers were in the country. And we were called in as a side. So we were having a conversation on a table. Our ministers here, we know them. They're not as friendly as the ministers from out. So they are trying to find out how is Kenya. So I made a suggestion. Oh, you're from Sao Tome, but your minister didn't come. She said, oh, our minister didn't come. one of the ministers was saying, Minister for Sao Tome did not come. The seat is there. It is empty. Nobody knows you're from Sao Tome. You walk in there, push the NGO agenda, sit in that. Who knows you're the minister for Sao Tome? Sit in there, give the information because you're from Sao Tome, and when you're done, walk out like you're going to the toilet and you disappear. So when she came out, she was actually able to introduce us to several ministers who were in there. So, and you exchange numbers, this is what I do. They were both male and female. And sometimes you also put boundaries. Especially, you will meet somebody, but you must be able to tell them, I can take your calls between this time and this time. You must be very honest even when you're networking. It's very essential that they know that you're not available at any time at their disposal, but you're available at certain times. Yes. Like sometimes I tell people during the workshops, I tell them, you can call me anytime you want, but working hours. So the moment you say working hours, somebody calling you from 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 to 6 is okay. Yes. If you want to call me past that time, please send me an SMS. Find out if I'm available to answer your call before you call me. Yeah.
Is how you dress.
Yes.
And how you smell, because smelling nice is good manners. Does
it is.
Does it feed into how I'll see, like, Jonah Samanga, I see you before I address you.
Yeah.
Does it feed into that with your experience? And Sisi pia kama Gen Z.
Let me give you one experience that I had with when I was young.
Yeah.
2008, when we had the post-election violence, we had youth come up from all over Africa to work with us. And one youth from Sierra Leone really struck me, because one thing he was telling our young people here, that when you want to address even your president, how do you dress so that people look down upon a young person the way you have come? Yes. You have landed, you have your earphones, you want to have really a conversation. You're wearing your earphones, you're constantly on your phone. I don't think many of you have seen my phone. Whether it is good or bad.
Yeah.
You haven't seen my phone. Not that I don't have a phone.
Yes.
I own a phone and people call me. So even when you go to an event where you want to network, you must be disciplined. Your phone is probably inside the handbag. When you're picking the number is when you remove the phone. Not that you're having a conversation. Your dress is pathetic, your makeup is falling out, your, it's grooming.
Yes.
It's decorum. Is grooming. It's, you can still wear a jeans and a shirt and you look nice.
Yes.
It is how yes, she's looking she's looking nice. It's the way you present yourself. Yeah. People will dress you the way they will address you the way you have dressed. They can undress you. You if you're wearing a short dress and you're pulling it down, then you're not comfortable. When you're wearing a short dress, you're comfortable in it. So, phone etiquette you must have. You're gone for dinner, your phone is on the table and the dinner is on the table. Yeah. No, your phone is in the handbag. Pick it out when you really need to do payments, you need to call, you need to do certain things, and you excuse yourself. So it's basic decorum, even in networking. People will say, oh, I met that young lady, she's serious. I met that old person, the person is serious. So you have to be purposeful on how you present yourself. Presentation is everything.
Yes.
Within 2 minutes of your arrival at the door, I think CBC is being taught that. Within 2 minutes of arrival at the door, people can already judge how you're talking.
Yes.
You're loud, I have a big voice, but you won't believe that I can keep quiet. When you meet me for the first time, I can be polite, and I say I'm polite.
But you can also talk politely.
I can also talk politely. Just the way you talk really matters a lot.
Yeah.
But you're networking, you're shouting at the waiter, the waiter has done something wrong, they have poured, you say, sorry. They've said sorry. Why are you not taking sorry?
Yeah. Okay. I think one thing that I always ponder on is that only God wanted us in a birthday suit. For human beings, please dress up. Yeah, I'll judge you. God will not judge you, but I'll judge you. Yes. Yes.
They're called underwear.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to be seen. Like your brassiere is an underwear.
Yes.
Your paraphernalia, they're your under. I call them paraphernalia. In my house, when you come to be very polite, you will hear me telling you, put your number one outside.
Yes.
I don't know if many of you know what number one is. You know number one.
I don't.
Panty is your number one cloth.
It's giving age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's number one. So if you're inside my house, if you're inside my house and you had, I say, kindly hang your number one outside, you wouldn't really picture what is this number one that is lying in the bathroom. Yeah. So you also have a decorum language that you speak, and it could be coded with people. So you're not vulgar. Yeah.
Maybe just a follow-up. Most of the time, when we are networking, most of the time we tend to make it too much professional. What would be your take on maybe a little bit of small talk? I don't know if it makes sense. A little bit of small talk before you do before you say what you want with that person. Do you think small talk sometimes might prevent us from reaching the goal, or take advantage of things? What do you think, and how much should the small talk last? Maybe, because of course we are all humans. We are battling some things. Maybe you don't know how someone is. Just came and say hi, and you've said your business. Well, some people would want for you to know how the day was.
It is called what I would call is how do you break inhibitions? Because there are those barriers that exist in between us, all of us. You can engage in small talk. But if you see that the person is uncomfortable, you can always see the comfortability of person in small talks. Read the mood of the person. Have eye contact, even when you're engaging in small talks. Because you could be engaging in small talks where somebody is not feeling comfortable. Sometimes people will ask you about your parents, and maybe you're battling at that time, you have no parents, and there are other things that are affecting you, about a spouse. Those very personal issues. Keep them off small talks. You should never bring those very personal issues over small talk. Talk about general topics. Because you ask somebody who they have just divorced, and you're thinking you'll stand a chance. They're looking at you like, now this one is coming, thinking that she stands a chance in me. She's not my type. Keep off all those unless it is somebody you've gotten used to. So gauge the conversation. Gauge the level at which you want to talk to that person. What type of a person are they? If you're being connected, get background check. Just do background information. If I am connecting you to Jane, for example, ask me. If I am your friend, ask me, what type of a person is Jane? What type of a person is Wendy? The temperaments. It will help you to know your approach. If somebody is I have a son who's an introvert. He's a 5th year engineering student. Even my neighbors don't know his name. He went to my mom's home for 4 years when he was from 1 to Form 4. He used to pass home. People only knew Cabral's name when my mom died. They used to say Mjuku wa Madhe wa Chavakali. That was his title, because he will greet you and keep quiet. You would think he never talks. He does not like people who pretend to be very familiar. So how do you approach such a person? You greet, Hi, how are you? Do you have time? Can we have a chit chat?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, thank
I
you.
believe that is also important, just asking if you can talk to
Yes.
them. Nice. We'll just move to women supporting women. And now I'll go back to I have secured my seat. What would you speak in? How would you speak into that? Yeah, I want you to support me. And hiyo kiti yako mina eye.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm eyeing your
Yeah.
seat. How are you
Mhm.
supporting me from your angle? Yeah. How would you make it make sense if for lack of a better word? Yeah.
Approaching a woman who's in a seat that I'm eyeing.
I believe. Can it be a man? Yeah, it can be. Okay, but we're in the. I don't know. But however,
Maybe you could
Yeah,
rephrase
yes.
the question.
Mhm.
Just rephrase it.
yeah. Uh-huh. Mhm.
Let me use politics for now.
Yeah.
I want to give you an example. Martha Karua versus Alice Wahome. These two women don't see eye to eye, but how do they operate in a more decorum way? And I saw this happen. Alice Wahome walked in and she wanted to halabaloo about Martha. And Martha just said, "Hi, how are you? I'm fine. Can I excuse myself for a minute?" She actually told me she's leaving. She left. But she did not leave that opportunity. She did not give Alice Wahome opportunity of showing the bad side, of having them an exchange. So for me, there is one lesson that I learned, that even if a woman is at the seat, first of all, remember that she's representing the position of women. Respect that. What you can do is give her tips on how she can sit and not, you see, like mentorship. I would let me use the terminology mentorship. If we mentor our women governors when they get to sit, because they are judged twice as the male governors are judged, we know that women are judged twice. What is it that you can put in place to ensure that this woman is not judged harshly, so that people begin saying that women are their own enemies? Even men are worse enemies of their own than women. So sisterhood, the spirit of sisterhood is what I think you're asking.
Yeah.
You are in a position and I want to take over your position, but how do I not undermine you in doing your duty, and how do I not set you up for failure? I think that is the question that you're asking. How do I not set you up for failure? How do I become a woman as a woman? We are members of the breast community. Once we begin respecting that we are members of one community as women, my problem might be your problem tomorrow. So how do we use decorum in addressing one another? Those are the questions that I keep asking myself, and that shows what we call maturity. It is maturity that we are looking out for, that I can address you without tussle. Yeah, I can address you without showing people that we are not in talking terms. Yeah. I sometimes I say, take it as a marriage. Take it as a marriage. In a marriage, when you're having when you're fighting with your spouse inside the house and a visitor comes in, you will not imagine how I call my husband sweetheart. Sweetie, where did you place that? And you've been nil by mouth.
Yeah.
So when the visitor walks in, they think how you people are in love.
Yes.
That is the sisterhood that I'm talking about.
I just wanted to give a different context. For the example that you've given is more of peer-peer. But there's a context of I'm a young person, I'm a young woman, and then I aspire to be something in future. So the seat of this person I'm admiring, I'll want to be there at some point. I think I've had such an experience, especially in politics, because I also have a political interest. So I've worked under certain women leaders, and politics for me, I'm very specific to women leaders, because I know the field is very different for women. So I want to learn from the women, because the men may tell me their story, yes, it's okay, but the experience firsthand is different from women leaders. So one of the things I normally say, don't outshine your master. When I'm below you, I'm still learning. I really admire you. I would really want to be like you in the next few years. So as much as I know there's something that I do better than you, I don't have to like place it on your face and show you, usinidharau, mi ndo yule mji, mi ndo oji, unaona? Like you don't show it that way.
Yes.
Find a polite way of giving your best, but sometimes I think there's a time we used earlier about the sacrifice. Sometimes you have to sacrifice and sometimes let her shine for the moment. You know, I've done speeches for certain women leaders, very nice speeches. And then when they're done, they're like, hey, that was a nice speech. Everybody is standing up, the applaud says, but they don't know who wrote that speech. And at that time, I don't go around telling people, that was me. That was me, You don't, and nobody even cares who wrote that. So sometimes be humble under that person. Sometimes let the person shine, even if it was you supposed to shine, for the sake of the relationship. Because you never know, maybe you may do something and then you just break that full relationship that maybe would have helped you in future. So sometimes the humility, especially if it is in an angle of mentorship, let the person shine, try to also learn, listen more. When maybe you are in a meeting, don't be the person always, like you want to show everyone you are the wise man. Yes. You are the wise man in the room. So sometimes just let people just listen. Then you're like, I think we can also do this. I think this can also be a good alternative. Not you are there. Yes. You are the OG in the room and the wise lady. It's okay to be a wise lady, but now if you are doing it under somebody's wing, sometimes you just cool down. And then there's a time you talked about carrying the handbag. I think I've also done that a number of times. Yeah, because sometimes there's those women, I can do that. I can carry that handbag but we are talking about networking. And now I'll give an example. There's a lady she vied for MP. And I used to take her places in events, do her stuff. So she used to call me, and I used to be an acting PA, unpaid PA, because I just wanted to be exposure. Yeah. So there's a time she's there, she's the chief guest. And I sit at the back with the handbag. I take the cameras, I do the PA role, and it was okay with me. But then during that event, I sat near a certain man who was a board member of that school. So it ended up that man today, he's a mentor. He's my mentor in French. He's a guru in French. And today as we speak, he's still a mentor. He has pushed me, and today I'm doing online classes in French because he pushed me. But because I went to that space, I did not just limit myself because I was a PA at that time. I was just able to speak and share. And then I realized he does French, and I'm like, oh, I also did French in high school, and that is how we started speaking. So my lady was shining as a chief guest, but I was also networking at my level. So networking, you never know at what point you'll meet someone. Sometimes it can be at the bus station.
Yes.
And then someone ends up being a mentor. So it's also an aspect of networking, just to know how you interact with that person beside you. Not all the times that it has to be the chief guest, the people sitting at the VIP. Maybe the person seated right to you, maybe the next big thing in your life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Maybe just to add on that, or maybe just to ask ourselves the question is, how humble should humble be? How humble should you be next to your mentor, in that you don't end up losing out on very important things that you would have gained if you outdid yourself at that point. So maybe how humble can humble be?
Janet, you want to take that?
Being humble it's like Susan just said, read the person first before you start talking. Just be humble, read around the room, know what the do and don'ts for the person before you start talking. I think that one can enlighten you more. And again, me as a person, through networking, though we are still on networking, there's a time I was so much stressed, and I was like passing through Yaya, and I was like, let me just get somewhere and have some lunch. And when I got to, there's a place, Kienyeji, I met a certain lady. There's a lady I met there, and this lady, to date, she's my friend, the owner of Kienyeji. So I was like, and the person who told me about Kienyeji is a friend. So I was like, let me just go there and maybe have some lunch. And I called this friend of mine, and we went there for lunch. And we've been talking to this Kienyeji proprietor. And she's really walking me through. She's like, you are saying you lost everything. You've not lost anything. Come, sit me down. I'll tell you how you can lose everything, even yourself. So she's been walking me through. She was like, you're telling me your things were auctioned. Your car, I don't know what, and what have you.
Yes.
Me, I lost everything to an extent that I ended up in Kawangware. I was like, what? And you're here today?
Yeah.
She was like, calm down. You've not seen it all. So, through this networking and through talking to people, I met her. And she's really helping me through.
Yes.
She's talking to me, even if she's not helping me financially, but she's really helping me getting to know that I'm not the only one. I'm not the first person getting through such time in life. So through networking, again, I met Lillian Ngala at Treasure Garden. I was like stressed. I was like, let me go somewhere. I was just alone. I got in Treasure Garden. I ordered a juice. Just guess who was sitting next to me? This lady. And I was like, hey, this lady, she's alone and I'm alone. I was like, can I sit with you? She was like, it's okay, come. So we sat together at the same table. We started talking, and I didn't know she was a big person. Just after we exchanged our contacts through social media, when you exchange contacts, there's these people you may know. So I was like, I think I know this woman, Lillian Ngala. So when I went through her profile, I was like, oh my goodness. So this is the person I sat with the other day. I tried calling her number. Little did I know that, when you call now, she's not the one who is going to pick. She has a PA. So, I was like, I wish I knew this person and this. I could have talked to her, opened up, maybe angenisaidia, you see. So, through talking, and maybe you meet someone, learn to get to know someone, even you've never met her, you've never met him, learn them. You might get something good out of them before even you know it.
Yes. Beautiful. Back to women supporting women. Yes, nothing is new under the sun for sure. But times are evolving. Now I approach you. You're a business mogul. Yeah. I approach you. I'm like, now, Janet, times are evolving. Uko like, but no, this is what has been working for us. This is what has been working for us. But I'm like, hey, Janet, yeah, I might be, of course, I won't tell you I'm young, but I'm like, but sai trend ni hii, and you have the capability to support me. How do I come to you and challenge you so that it's with decorum and I'm not also losing respect? Yes. How? Yeah.
Like, you can come approach me business-wise.
Yes.
Me, I like learning a lot. It doesn't matter whether you are young or old. At my age, I normally say, akunaga kitu mzee.
Yeah.
We can still learn. So when you come to me, I've been trying to mentor so many girls, so many people. But when you come to me, I'll tell you, this is not easy. And I cannot tell you that just because it's worked with me, it will work with you. So just come, learn. If it will work with you, well and good. If it doesn't, then I'll get to learn more from you. Maybe you have more ideas that you can help me put in this business for it to work.
Yes.
So through learning, you know,
Yes.
it doesn't matter whether you're young or old. So
Yeah.
through even business in Kikomba, the lady who was teaching me how to do business,
Yes.
she's far too young to me. And she was like, hey ma'am, usijali, akulaga kitu ngumu.
Yeah.
We kuja, sit, learn. If you get to know how to, you know, with Kikomba Mtumba, you'll never know. I can give you a bail of 30,000. You need to get this 30,000 out of this bail. You get your profit and still have something for you to
Yes.
save. So, you know, if you don't know how to manage this bail,
Yes.
you're going to end up losing everything.
Yeah, as you're speaking, something else came up. Corporate black tax. So, corporate black tax. Susan has sent me somewhere. So, every end month of your salary, corporate black tax. Do you want to talk on that? Have you experienced it?
I'm trying to understand. Is it
Black tax.
Like, black tax is like, now, she's my mother.
So I have
So I need to take care of her. Like I
Yeah.
must, not that I choose. I must. So there's the corporate one. She's my parent in the corporate world. So na si nilikutuma huko. Yes, nilikutuma. Hata si mentor necessarily. Basi nilikutuma huko. Sasa every end month unanichunia kitu kidogo. Yes, yes.
For me, that really is a sad state, and I've had people complain about it. If birds in the air, Lord feeds them for free. When you connect somebody, why are you asking? For returns. My belief is that when a sister is supporting a sister, from the bottom of your heart, give that support. If that sister wants to bring me a gift, it must be a gift that she can afford, not going overboard. And sometimes, just learn. When you're brought for something by a young person, they've gone out of their way. Maybe that was the only money that they went. There is a time I sent a young lady to a workshop, and she knows I like African wear. When the day she was going, she told me, you know, I don't have even a single cent. I told her, it's fine. Okay, they will give me where I go. Then I told her, don't worry. Let me send you M-Pesa. Niko na fuliza. That's what she told. She was honest. She told me, niko na fuliza, don't send. Then I told her, what time can we meet in town? I'll come, I give you. So when I gave her 5,000, I gave her very little money. I gave her 5,000. That's all I had. And I told her, she went and she told me, this is the only money. It's only the 5,000 that I had. So I bought kitenge for you, for my mom. I bought this. So when she brought to deliver, I sent her money. And she was like, oh, you are not paying. I said, no. I understand. Maybe you did not even buy a gift for yourself. And you spent like all the money you're given to buy gifts for other people.
Yes.
Please prioritize yourself. But never ask. I tell young women, old women, never ask for black tax. If it is not there, it is not there. I tell even my children, if you cannot afford, please don't buy. Just come and say, I wasn't able to afford. But it is a very bad thing that is really affecting relationship between young women and even older women.
Yes.
Because the older women want to keep on saying, now I don't have a job. Like right now, I don't have any consultancy running. So I am expecting the ones that I have given consultancy to pay me. It's wrong. It shouldn't be anything that should be done.
Yes.
Receive freely, give freely. When you receive freely, give freely. When it is appreciated, okay. When it is not appreciated, it's fine.
Yeah.
You will be appreciated elsewhere. And the blessings that you will receive are immense. I tell people the blessing that you receive just by giving. The giver is more blessed than the receiver. So black tax is even affecting our own children.
Yes.
Today, parents are expecting, oh, I educated you, I paid school fees. When you get money at the end of the month, send me. I tell them no. if you don't have food to eat, come home. I'll give you food.
Yes.
If you want extra meat, send me money, I will buy for you.
Yes. So
Yeah.
good. So good. Lydia, you want to add on something?
I think I'm good.
Yeah,
Apparently
you
also
exhausted.
going to you.
Mama Lydia.
But there's something that Lydia mentioned,
Yeah.
and it has brought up something in me. The humility can go. The question,
Yeah.
how low you can
How
get.
low is low?
And humble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it makes me ask the question: the person that you deem as your mentor, does she know you? You see, when I go carry your handbag, does not mean I'm stupid. You know, the person should be in a position to know my strengths, the things I dream about. Like for me, I've learned to have mentorship relationships where it is mutual. I know you and you know me, so that tukienda mahali, at a mentor, if she's a good person, she'll even introduce you. By the way, you said you are good in French. Meet so and so. She's also doing something. Like such a person, there's you can be so fearful and so humble that you are always just mute. Like you can't speak a word. You're just so afraid. But if you find a good person, who are very rare, then the person will say, Nani, you should also go and talk to Nani. Come and meet so and so. You see, and then also maybe you are speaking to some people. You are not. Of course, you are still in the PA role, but of course, you are free to also go and talk to other people, so that you don't just leave the room. You've done nothing, just carrying the handbag. So, like, is she or he a person who can give you that space as you go supporting her or him? Is she able to be flexible enough to also give you a space, a breathing space, to also just do something, also take advantage of that room for your own network?
I think it aligns with what Marlon was saying when we started. You're using someone but not using. So like young people,
I'm a victim.
Wewe ulitumiwa ukatumika.
I've been used. I've been used. I think at that time I was in campus and I was a dreamer.
Yeah.
Oh God, I was so
You were too
used.
ambitious.
By the time I was realizing, and there's a time I think I got hurt so much because I expected, now it is still on the PA role. I did this PA thing for quite a while. I was in campus. I was comfortable at it because I really wanted something. I was dreaming about something and I saw it as an opportunity. So my expectation also got high because I expected after campus, there's a landing ground. Like I'll find maybe a job from this woman. She'll support. She's a big woman. She has the networks she even vied. So my expectation was high. Many Kimaliza for Thea, I have a starting point. She even have an organization, an NGO. When by the time
I think it's the statement that says we make plans and then God laughs.
I'm telling you, by the time it ended,
like,
and by
I'm
the
planning your
time,
life.
by the time I opened my eyes to the reality,
Yeah.
because I think my husband at that time, he's now my husband. We were dating at that time. He had already seen, but I kept on insisting, no. She's my mentor.
Yes.
And she kept telling me, no, Wendy, you are doing too much. Because I used to even come home late because the events that sometimes are night events. I'm doing the hard work, like to please the boss. I used to come home late, and then I also had a small kid. Like I used to sacrifice that too much. So by the time he's like, I told you, it was too late. And then I think we cut links and I got heartbroken because I made it personal expectation. So I got heartbroken. But I think maybe, I don't know, years later now I'm grown and I've learned my lesson.
Yes.
I'm thriving in my own space. She came back looking for me. Years later, when now I'm also doing my own stuff. And then now this time, when we are now negotiating, I put my terms on the table. I'm willing to support you, but not the way I used to do. So this time it's different. I don't do things for free so much. You have to pay me, because she still saw the value that I had. You have to pay me for that. And then, there's some respect that now came, because she's the one who came looking back, came back for me. Me, I'd closed that door.
Yes.
But I think it's now doing so well. Our relationship is doing fine because now I've now made terms on how we engage. Yeah, but I think it's a decision. When I shared with my friend, because I was so heartbroken, there's a discussion. We were even thinking, this is a serious thing. And I think so many young people are battling it. We wanted to start a hashtag, meet with the MEAT, meet Nyama. We called ourselves the meet. So meet or mentee. We wanted to do a hashtag on that. There's a lot of being the meet instead of being the mentee. People don't understand how you be a mentee and how you be a mentor. We wanted to start something, but I think we just talked and we didn't do anything. But I feel so many young people battle with that. You sacrifice too much, you have high expectation, you do overboard, and then you get
I think that spikes an episode which we'll really need to look into. We'll just put it on our parking lot for now, but it's identifying a mentor. And as I identify this mentor, am I identifying them with also me in thought? And how will it not come out bad that I want to be your mentee, yes, but I also want something for me. But that we will put it on the parking lot. So I want us to do the parting shots because this conversation can go till tomorrow because it's in our everyday lives. Hata mkate unajua mtu cheap. Ule anauzanga mkate ya 45. Unaanza kuita watu unasema muendange huko, it's cheap. You see, it's in everything. Viatu kila kitu. Like najua ule. It's in our everyday lives. So ni conversation yenye tutaendelea even in the next episode. So I don't know who will start with a parting shot.
Me, for my parting shot, I'm like, it's my advice to you, young people. Please don't waste your time. You know, like she said, she was being used for the longest time. You see, now when her eyes came to open up, it was not too late, but it really wasted your time. You see, like me also, I was in your shoes. I used to, like, when you're doing something, I'm there, I want to help to an extent that I helped so many. I housed so many kids in my house, like in the name of helping, just to please people. At the end of the day, I didn't get up with anything. So, you know, take your time. When you do something twice or thrice and you feel like this is not working, stop. Stop wasting your time. So that's my parting shot.
So on my side, I'd say anything good has a good side and a bad side. So we've all learned that networking is very beautiful and it's something that everyone should learn on how to do it, at least intentional networking. But also look at what is in it for you. Always remember, as much as you're told selfish, be a little bit selfish. That is what I have learned so far.
And relationship must be reciprocal. If it is not reciprocal, please look at cost-benefit analysis. There is no zero-sum game.
Come on.
Yes.
Love it. Because Caesar needs what belongs to Caesar.
So, again, network. The world rotates on networks, and don't be left out. Water that relationship, be intentional about it. Give and receive, and also don't expect just receiving, give.
Love it. So dear viewers, you have heard it. Network. You never know, maybe that next car that you've been eyeing will come from someone that you'll network with. But also how much is how much and how little is little. So thank you so much, dear panelists. It was such a nice time with you guys. People will be looking forward to you in the next episode. So stay tuned. Thank you very much.